A remarkable old digger is about to journey back in time to walk with the spirits of his mates who never came home. Leslie Bunny Glover was one of the very few to survive the Sandakan death marches in Borneo.
It's been 70 years since Leslie Bunny Glover emerged from behind the barbed wire as a brutalised prisoner of Imperial Japan. But still, the nightmares come.
Once a fortnight at least there'd be a dream about prison camp.
Les was one of thousands of Allied soldiers captured after the fall of Singapore, then packed into prison camps and literally worked to death on starvation rations. But somehow, once a year, they still paid homage to their Anzac forebears, whilst creating a legend of their own.
Even as prisoners, we had Anzac Day in the dawn before we went to work. That's me there.
This Anzac Day, Les will be back at the scene of all that horror, guest of honour at the Sandakan camp ceremony in northern Borneo.
The death roll of Sandakan and Rano was 99.7%. Only 6 escaped alive from that area.
The rest, hundreds of them, perished in the camps or on a series of death marches. Amazingly, Leslie was to have a mate come along for his last trip back to Sandakan. Russ, aged 95, but a complication with a pacemaker put paid to that.
Russ and I are the last two standing virtually, and they wanted us both to go back.
Les's incredible life is now in print, a story which his family want available to every school and library across Queensland.
This was going to be a gift to us. In his 80s, he finally finished by hand writing the whole thing.
Including the part where Les and other survivors were kept aboard troop ships for months after the war and fattened up to ease the horror on families back home.
We looked too bad and they didn't want people to see what we looked like.
Les won't be back at Sandakan, but he's still not one to say never. This national treasure now in the twilight of a remarkable life. Tim Collins, 10 News.